What's going on, guys? Matt and Kyle here, breaking down 21.2 retest of 17.1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of alternating dumbbell snatches and 15 burpee box jump overs. Dumbbell weight is 50-35, and the burpee box jump over box height is 24-20. And then you have that line that you have to do the burpees on. So if you guys are listening to this or watching this, we have a warm-up linked over on our Instagram. So make sure you guys head over there to check this out. Big premise of it is opening up that low back, opening up that shoulder flexion position, turning the obliques on a little bit. There's a lot of hinging in this workout from the dumbbell snatch into the burpee box jump overs. So your guys' backs can get pretty lit up. The one spot that back kind of gets a little bit of a break is if we can keep those abs turned on, stack that dumbbell overhead, and takes a little bit of tension off of the back when you guys are snatching that dumbbell up. So that's kind of the big focus. And then the other big focus is making sure that aerobic system is really warmed up. This is a very aerobic system dominant workout. Burpees, you're breathing hard on, but those dumbbell snatches, you can bring that heart rate down a little bit, kind of breathe through those, and just kind of like let your body almost cool down, especially for those first 10, 20, 30 round. Matt, do you have any thoughts on that? Or
yeah, just to piggyback on what Kyle's saying, like that shoulder flexion, that's how it's going to be able to catch your breath, because that's where you're standing tall, you're open, you're able to breathe. If that shoulder's tight, that is not going to be a position where you're going to be able to catch that breath. That's not going to be a position where you can let your low back relax. So being in that stacked position, yeah, that's going to be the key to being able to push hard on this workout, because that's your recovery.
Yeah, the other point to go off of that is also just being able to complete reps. So if that shoulder flexion is not good and you're leaving that dumbbell out or that arm out in front of you and you're getting no rep for that, having to crank that arm back to get into position is just going to put added stress, and you're probably going to compensate by going into that low back again. Probably tense up, not be able to kind of bring that heart rate down. So just have a little bit more focus on, if that sounds like you, put in a little bit more shoulder flexion, kind of pec openers into this warm up. Again, this warm up is a guideline. You guys should kind of know what your body needs. So if you guys need a little bit more, that kind of sounds like you, add a little bit more pec opener, add a little bit more shoulder flexion opener into your guys' warm ups. Cool. So getting into the workout, we saw Madernos go 10:01, almost set a world record on this workout. Quant went 11:57, which was, I think, almost 90 seconds worse than he did back in 2017. Probably a lot of factors to that. It honestly looked like he didn't really start trying until like the last round of burpees. I don't know, just perception, I guess. Probably doesn't really care about the open, just trying to get past that 10%, probably training for the individual qualifiers. So I would probably focus in a little bit more on Madernos's effort as what you guys are going to see for the top scores on this one. If you guys saw, he came out freaking hot as shit. And then he started to slow down towards the end. So again, we have to kind of take a look at, okay, he finished third place at the games. He had degradation of speed on his burpees by, let's say, like 5%. He's a top level athlete. His degradation of speed is going to be, only 5%, kind of mid-level bubble, bumping down in those continental. You're probably going to see quite a bigger discrepancy in degradation of speed on those burpees. So if you come out hot and you're going to slow down your burpees, you might be looking at, 20% slowdown from round one to last round of burpees. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't put the pedal down until the last set of burpees. Keep the first set. You're going to feel fucking amazing on that first set of burpees, but slow it down. Don't put the gas pedal down on that first set of burpees. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah. It's just looking at the reps. Just if you think about it, you finish the round of 30. You're not even halfway. So Yeah, pacing out of the get-go. If you're somebody who's going to go around 10 minutes, you know you're going to go around 10 minutes. Like you're not watching us talk about this. If you're just going at 10 minutes,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go and I have the engine to hold on. So if you're thinking about pacing, know that and know, all right, this workout gets real at the round of 40, and I got to be able to fight on the round of 50. So that breathing early on is going to set you up. Just an anecdote in this area. So 14.5 and 16.5 was the burpees and the thrusters. So when I retested 16.5, I PR'd by like a minute, and then I ended up redoing it 16.5. I went 30 seconds slower at my checkpoint at the finishing a round of 18 reps, and my overall time was a minute faster. So don't be afraid to go slower early on so that you can attack the end, because that's where you're going to make your money, especially with this rep team with the numbers getting bigger.
Yep. Yeah. For those that don't remember, that workout was 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, thrusters and bar facing burpees. 84, I think, was the total number of bar facing burpees on that. We have 75 total on this, but a little bit of a higher jump. So pretty comparable when Matt's saying, hey, I went 30 seconds slower on my first 40 burpees. And I ended up finishing a minute faster on the actual workout. So very comparable here as far as like a burpee box jump over goes, to making sure like, hey, slow that first round down, maybe even the second round down, maybe even that third round down, and then try and attack that fourth and fifth round. Your setup matters on this. I think if you guys watched the open announcement, their dumbbell was on the other side of where they were doing their burpee box jump overs, so they had to walk to it each time. Just set it on the side of your box so that whenever you finish, you can kind of just pivot, walk around the side of the box, and just start hammering on those burpee box jump overs, pivot, and then come to the front of the box to start hammering on pivot to start hammering on your dumbbell snatches, and then pivot to start hammering on the burpee box jump overs. Whenever when you finish the burpee box jump overs, pivot to the dumbbell, pivot to the burpee box jump overs. So keep your workspace tight. It's always been a huge kind of component of the open is making sure that everything is nice and tight, nice and neat. And that will cut down on transition times. Madernos probably could have set the world record on that had his setup been more ideal. So I don't know if you have any other thoughts on that, or if you have a different setup at all, or
no. Because it's a odd number of burpee box jump overs, you're going to face a different direction each time when you're doing those dumbbell snatches. So just be aware of that going in.
Yep. So you would need to read the rule book on this, but I don't know if it's possible to use two dumbbells on this.
That would be worth looking at the rule book for sure.
Look, don't do that. Look at the rule book first. As far as we're concerned, one dumbbell. Okay, and then kind of a note on the dumbbell snatches here. Again, there's no standard on where you switch. Having experimented with this before, the faster of the two, or of the different ways to do this, is literally just drop the dumbbell or almost try and pull it down to the ground. That kind of has the potential to blow up or create a little bit more lactic acid in the upper body. So you guys will have to kind of be careful of that. But you're going to want to try and get a big pull with the lat on this, and the bicep. So the lat and the bicep are not going to be working on those burpee box jump overs as much. So those are going to be what you want to kind of use on the dumbbell snatches. If you guys saw Quant, he was pulling up to, about halfway, 3/4 of the way up, and then pressing out. For individuals with strong shoulders, that is gonna be an option, but you have to keep in mind then your shoulders are going to be fatigued for the burpee box jump overs. So they're going to be a little bit more fatigued. Pressing off of that ground is going to be a little bit hard. That round of 50 is going to freaking suck if that's the case. So really try and pull with that lat, guys. A little bit of rotation to get a little bit more kind of oomph on the dumbbell to get it up to that flexion shoulder or locked out position. Will help you guys to just like save the shoulders a little bit, save those triceps so you're not over pressing on those burpee box jump overs. I don't know what your thoughts are on any of the movements or for the snatches.
Exactly what you're saying. When you're coming down, that little bit of rotation, that's going to get you closer to the ground. Having those sides tight, those obliques tight, like Kyle was saying, that's going to help save that low back as much as possible. And then on the burpees, know your style of burpee.
Mm-hmm.
Are you step up, step down?
Yeah.
Know which direction you're turning on the box. You're going to turn the same way the whole time? Are you going to be facing one direction? Like, is dizziness going to be a factor, or can you just go faster going one direction? You'll be fine and coordinated. So just those little nuances of how am I going to do the burpee? What direction am I going to be looking? Making sure that's ready to go and not and you've played around with it and know what you're going to do.
Yeah. Details fucking matter. They matter. So make sure you guys know everyone has done burpee box jump overs in some capacity. I know I've given actually like intervals or this workout to most of my clients leading up to this open. So you should have some idea of what you want to do for burpee box jump overs on this one, whether you get dizzy or not. That step down method that Quant was using works pretty well for individuals with opened up hips. It honestly, one thing I think they actually could have improved on is jumping more horizontally actually versus vertically. Both of them looked like they were kind of jumping to the top of the box versus jumping over the box. I don't know if that makes sense visually to you guys, but getting a little bit more horizontal jump will just carry your momentum over that box a little bit more. Step up to the burpee or jump down. In 2017, it was a jump back, 2-foot jump back. I'm not sure if they, again, look at the rules. You'll have to see what the rules are. So couple of different things or a couple of different variations that you guys can do for that burpee if the rules dictate. So just kind of know the big thing is knowing what you want to do to get off the top of that box. So is it a step down? Is it a jump down? Are you 180ing on your jump down? Are you jumping down then turning on the ground? Just make sure you guys are prepared for that ahead of time and have kind of rehearsed that a little bit. And in your warm up or in our warm up, we kind of have some availability for you guys to rehearse that a little bit. So, Matt, you have any other thoughts here? Or?
I just want to piggyback on the jumps. It's the higher your hips go, the further distance you're going. The more work you're doing, the longer it takes. So just get high enough to where your feet are getting on top or clearing that box. And the lower you stay, the less energy, the faster it is.
Yeah. I know in the open announcement, they were like talking about how Madernos wasn't standing up all the way at the top of the box. But then if you watch at least in his last round or second to last round, like he wasn't standing all the way up, but his legs were basically locked out. So again, that's looking at where the hips are in relation to the box. So if you can keep those hips lower on the box, like again, it's not going to be as much of a distance traveled. So cool. Make sure you guys check your scores from 17. If you guys did this, if you have a video, rewatch that video. Kind of pay attention to how you were feeling during the workout or kind of look at whatever emotion you're displaying on your face. Use that as visualization for how you're going to feel during the round of 40, during the round of 50, during the set of 10. Did you look at what you did on the round of 10? Did you come out too hot? Get your burpee splits from last time. If you've trained them enough, you can probably cut, 5 to 10 seconds down on each burpee split roughly. But get an idea of what you did last time so that you can kind of apply it to this attempt. You guys still have videos of that. So Matt, you got anything else or?
No, just keep in mind to pace and breathe, and then attack 40 and 50.
Yeah, right on. Good luck, guys. I'm sure not a lot of us were planning on retests last week, and then a lot of us retested. So I'm sure there's going to be many more people retesting this one. So get some good recovery on Saturday if you guys are testing on Friday or Sunday, or and some good recovery on Sunday. Loosen up that low back, and then if you guys are retesting on Monday, just prepare to get after it and suffer. So cool, right on. Thanks for listening, guys. Hope this helps out. Let us know if it did, or give us any feedback. So thank you.